Hi, I'm Alex Archbold, and I've been buying and selling antiques since I was 9 years old. From basements to scrapyards, I'll look just about anywhere I can to find lost antiques and collectibles. And sometimes I'll go big and buy everything. I never know what's going to happen or who I'm going to meet. This is our life, this is our adventure, and this is Curiosity Inc.
Good morning, guys. It is New Year's Eve right now, and while I do have to go home later and get supplies for supper and everything, and whatever festivities are going to be happening later on, I've decided this morning to come out about an hour outside of town and meet up with a lady who's got an estate, a house with a bunch of stuff in it. And we go dig around. I don't know if I'll be able to film inside the house or not. That I don't know. But here I am. I'm almost there. And I guess we'll see if there's any treasures today. It's been about a month or so since I went out on a pick kind of like this. So excited to see what I might be able to find and hopefully get some things that are going to be cool to unveil or watch on the show. So keep watching, guys. And we'll do a little unboxing, a little discovery, and have a little fun today. Now, in summertime, we'd be looking at a sandy beach with people swimming and having fun and doing stuff. But now, if you look way out on the water, those are people ice fishing out there. So still making use of the lake. They're doing a little fishing. But this time they can actually drive out onto it. And they take their little campers, their little like trailers with them. Or in England, I guess you'd say caravans. And they cut a hole in the floor and they fish right through that. And you've got heat, you've got somewhere to sit and hang out, maybe drink a couple beers. See, there goes one now. There goes another fishing shack. I am very close. I'm always early, but I'm here a little bit early right now. And I've got about a half hour to kill. So I guess I'm just gonna kind of mosey around town and see what there is to see. And then we'll head on in the house and hopefully buy a few goodies. Well, there's a quirky place. They've got Bigfoot on the front yard, and they've got giant pine air fresheners, yard fresheners. Weird. Hey guys, as you can see, I'm back home now, and I didn't get a chance to film in the house because it just wasn't the right situation for that. So I'm at my home now, and I ended up purchasing that pile of stuff right there, and a little box of other stuff there. What did I pay for it all? $2,000. It's a lot of money to throw out kind of on a whim, but I had a quick look through some of the bins, and I think it's going to be swinging a hit here. Let's start going through the bins and do an unboxing, and we'll show you why I paid a couple grand for all of this stuff right here. It was kind of like a hoarding situation, and I kind of dug around and I pulled the bins that I thought would have some potential value, and I think I might have done okay. The first thing I noticed, you might see that these are little empty holders, but specifically those are for coins. And when we start going through the boxes, you can see there's supplies for organizing collections. There's bill holders, nothing in those, but we do have one specimen set here, and 1990. And the specimen sets, in case you didn't know, when you get them, at least for Canadian currencies, even the coins that are meant to be made of nickel are sometimes silver in a specimen set. But we'll see. In this set, it is just the $1 coin, which is silver, and then the 50-cent pieces are nickel. But there are specimen sets that do have them as all silver. But we've got one silver dollar in there in this nice sealed set. And of course, somebody born in 1990 might think that's a cool thing to have. So I know I'm dealing with a with a collector here. We've got price guides. Wait a minute. We've got money. American money. Canadian $10 bill. Mexican pesos, Canadian ones, $1 bills, US and Canadian. Oh, there's an old 20 for the 1950s. So I've got bills right off the bat, right in this coin book. So you got to flip the pages of the book because you might find something hidden inside like that. Another coin set. More, these are collector quarters. That probably special edition, yeah, centennial quarter set. Silver dollar. What year is it from? Oh, this, I believe, is a 1976. Yeah, Montreal 76 $5 silver coin. Now, a couple $1,000s is a fair bit of money to spend. Look, we got bags of dimes and stuff here. But if I end up coming across some silver coins in here, and, you know, that's just pennies, but Canada doesn't make pennies anymore. When you get into the really old coins, the silver coins and stuff, they can be worth, you know, $15, $20 each. So, you know, silver dollars, $20, $30 each. You start adding that up and you start to see your money coming back to you pretty quick here. This was a buy based purely on volume. And I'm looking through what I consider to be probably the least interesting of the boxes and buckets here. Even if I roll some of these, if this is just generic dimes, even if I roll some of this stuff, I'll get money back right away. Lots of holders. And you see there's coins all on the bottom there too. So let's get some of the other bins and boxes out and see exactly what I got. Okay, second box, we have really pretty little inlaid box here. And what's inside? Why, coins, of course. And it looks like kind of a mix. I see some that are silver. You can always spot the silvery looking ones right off the top there. Silver looking anyway. So this might be some foreign coins mixed in. Some certificates or little token coins. And I'm going to have to go through each and every single one of these. It's Klondike dollars. So maybe not anything too valuable in there, but the case itself is really cool. That's a good little case. Got Millennium sets. So you've got quarters. And these are all pennies. So they're labeled 1951 pennies. There's 38 of them. And I opened one of these to see what was inside. This was, one was labeled 1948. So they were collecting their pennies. And they've got them all labeled based on what year they were from. Now, vintage pennies like that don't hold a huge amount of value. This says it's quarters. And if these quarters are pre-1967 era, we might have some silver. No, these are all Mountie quarters. Oh, no, some are silver. Yeah, we've got some silver quarters. That's silver right there. And some Mountie quarters. So these would be collectible quarters. And some that are silver too. So pretty good. Gonna keep on digging through and see what there is. You know, every one of these rolls, every one of these coin rolls, it's probably something. Old Canadian nickels, 1940 to 1979. They kept them for a reason, and I've got to figure out why. I mean, obviously they thought they were cool, but I also have to figure out where is the real value here and try and get my money back as quick as possible. Oh, look at this. Edmonton Rally Club. License plate for a rally club. That's pretty nifty. Probably from the 1980s. It's inside box number 3. That's a foreign currency. It looks like a mix of English and Spanish and all sorts of stuff. Probably because there's a 50-cent piece. It looks like in the binder here we have what appears to be foreign coins. Tons and tons and tons. Oh, look, there's some bills. Those are Mexican provisional dollars. More foreign currency, foreign bills. Quite a few of them, actually. World War II era German Deutschmarks. New Zealand coin sets. look at all this. New Zealand pennies going way back. New Zealand, Mexico, it looks like. So I wonder if it's going to be organized by country or how this was done. Here's another binder. It's taped. So let's see what we got. Argentinian, okay. You know, as interesting as foreign coins can be, sometimes there's not an awful lot of value. So with what I'm seeing right now, it would take a bit of time to get my money back off of this. German currency, and we've got some British 3 pence. There's some British silver coins, kind of cool. And some shilling coins, half pennies. Oh, 1746 King George III half penny. 1928 farthings. Okay. Look how thick that binder is too. Inside another bin, rolls of pennies, 1959. So I see a Mercury American dime down at the bottom there. Vintage nickels going back to the 50s. But again, it's the stuff with silver content that actually has the most value. What do we got going on here? Are these dollars? That one is, yeah, Canadian dollar coins. Silver dollars, well, those aren't silver, but that is. 1966, that's still a silver dollar. And again, these can be, you know, $20 to $30 each at auction. So 2, 4, 6, 8, 100. If you got more there, it starts adding up. There's another one, 1958. And we've got silver quarters, silver 50-cent pieces, more silver dollars. So we've got hundreds and hundreds of dollars worth just in this bin alone. Mind you, a lot of these look to be newer. 1970, there's no silver content in that, but 1968 quarters. But people will still, you know, I can probably put some of these newer coins up by the lot. 1941 US nickel. Okay, I'm going to try and keep them somewhat as they were because, like I said, there's probably a reason why things are the way they are. More bins. Oh, okay, specimen sets. I'm getting quite the collection of these Rubbermaid totes too. It seems like every house I go to, I end up bringing a whole pile of these back. 2004 specimen set. What do I have to say about it? Royal Canadian Mint. Okay. 2004 set, 2002 set, 2003. I wonder if we've got like all of them going back a number of years. 2009. Excuse me. It's an empty box, that last one. 2010. Royal Canadian Mint. Specimen set again. So these are uncirculated, never before touched by human beings. Well, coins anyway. But it's the specimen sets that are silver. Elegant style book, 35,000 sets limited. It's numbered. Oh, there we go. And that tells us what it is. Steel, finished plated steel. And then you got polar bear that has some silver content. Aluminum, nickel. So, I mean, actually no silver content in that. But specimen sets are still neat, though, and there's still value there. So, you know, I don't know that I'm up to getting a couple $1,000 back yet, but... this might end up being sort of a break-even situation. I guess we'll see. Oh yeah, I forgot that I have all the stuff in the box over here. I'll come back to that in a second. Last bin. I might have overpaid. I might have just, you know, been caught up in the moment. Here we go. Binders. Full of what? Coins, okay. Looks like they're, oh yeah, we got some sets, 57, silver, 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 silver. Complete sets, yeah, 63, 63. So, okay, now we're talking like, you know, probably close to $100. I'm talking Canadian per page here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, there's probably $1,000 worth of stuff just in this one book. Until you get into the newer ones, they're not worth quite as much. But there we go, more specimen sets from the 1960s. 62, 63, 61. So this one binder might be half my money back right there because it's got the silver specimen sets and there's a lot of them. But look, this whole bin is full of coins. 1951 big nickel and a giant penny. Must be a novelty thing. So, oh, these are like tokens. There's that King George. I've had one of those before. As the Mad King George. Oh, this one might be good. I can barely lift it out of here, actually. I'll come back to that in a sec. We've got pennies. And it is starting 1859. It says uncirculated. That'd be hard to prove, but it's in pretty good shape. Any that would say that they're uncirculated or very fine might be worthwhile for me to send off to auction. Or, sorry, not to auction. Send off to get... oh my goodness, my brain, I have brain fog today. To get them checked over by a company that basically does grading. Because a high grade coin is worth an awful lot more. But look, we've got Canadian coins, Canadian pennies going back to 1859. Pre-Confederacy. So that says uncirculated at 1859 Canadian penny. Extra fine even, very fine. There are some high-grade pennies in here. Gem. So it looks like they were collecting kind of almost every year. And then you start getting to the small pennies. And yeah, so this goes all the way up. And then randomly there's a US silver 50-cent piece in here. But I might have to send some of these out to get graded, is the word I was looking for earlier, to get those checked over. So some good pennies. What do we have here? Newfoundland, Nova Scotia PEI. So before Confederation, the eastern provinces actually had their own currency. And this is what we have here. This is PEI in Newfoundland. So we've got, this is all dimes. But look at the ages, 1914, 1917, 1870. Some of these I've never even actually owned before because they're not really easy to find. You'd have to really go tracking them down. And actually, these might be 5 cent. Yeah, these are 5 cent, not dimes. I apologize. Nickels were small, like a dime, up until, what, about 1920? Yeah. And then they got to the normal size that we're used to now, around 22. So we've got all sorts. Some are saying uncirculated, extra fine. But, yeah, geez, there's an awful lot of good 5 cent pieces in here. And I wonder, okay, this one says 50 cent and dollar pieces. I'm pretty interested to see. Oh, look at this. 1900, pretty worn out. And then that one says it's a 1903 uncirculated, scarce. It's surprising what condition does to help the value of a coin. When you get them like this and it says, I don't know if you can see that, uncirculated, and you're going back to a coin that's about 100 years old, it's kind of a rare thing to find. So we have 50 cent pieces, all silver. At minimum, these 1960s and 50s 50 cent pieces are like 15 to 20 bucks. So kind of do the math here. I think I'm getting into the profit zone now. And when you start getting into the dollar coins, 1935, gem choice, proof-like, uncirculated. there are some premium coins in the mix here. So not too shabby. Now what I don't see is a 1948 silver dollar. They're actually quite scarce. Maybe it's a 48 that's a little tougher to find. And then they did a 47, but I think they made them in 48, but they stamped them with a little maple leaf on them, which that is actually. It's got a little maple leaf next to it. So that's a 47, that's a 1948 silver dollar, but it's got the little maple leaf stamp next to the date. I don't know if you can kind of see that. Tiny, it's itsy bitsy, but it's right there. And that's a little bit more rare. I'm not a coin expert by any means, but I know that this will definitely get me my money back just out of this one binder. And there's more binders in here too. There's 2 more binders in here. 50 cent. We've got dimes. Oh man, there's a lot of coins. I'm trying to understand how this is organized, because you've got some coins that are really not worth anything, like tokens. They're not really worth a whole lot. Mixed in with very old coins, mixed in, and you go a little further, and I found the American section, which is not very big, but we've got some, let's see, 23, 22, 27 U.S. Liberty silver dollars, and then we've got 50 cent pieces from the U.S. going back to the 1920s. So aside from all these coins, which there's plenty of, and some bills, Morinville $1 from the bank, some novelty stuff in here. I ended up finding some things that were in the showcase that I was able to pick up, like these solid jade carved statues. So that is jade, little birds, and I'm very gently lying them down in there. It looks like it's kind of haphazardly tossed, but old Canadian dollar bill from the 30s, a shin plaster note, soapstones, and these are real. These are real and probably quite old as well. So we've got some genuine Inuit soapstone, some Asian carved jade pieces. It's a cool little bowl, container. And we got the lid for it as well. Just carved ever so delicately. And our friend Buddha hanging out. So pretty interesting little selection of stuff here today. I have my work cut out for me going through these binders though. I've set myself up a date to do an auction sale for the coins, and we're gonna let a lot of this stuff ride, but I wanna make sure that I kind of get the better stuff separated out. And I may send it in to get graded, but what fun this will be going through. Decided to look at this binder, and it says U.S. coin, paper, and tokens. Look, open up right off the bat. We've got some 1885, 1886 dollar coins, but that one's listed as being uncirculated. Oh, the camera's having a hard time focusing, but look, 1886 uncirculated. I don't know about that. It looks like there's a little bit of wear, but pretty nice shape either way. Lots of silver dollars. And then we get into, there's pennies, of course, and nickels. A lot of this is U.S. currency. I think almost this whole binder is. But what's of interest to me is I'm kind of going through. We got $1 bills. Yeah, okay. 1962, 1963. But there are some that actually say that they are silver certificates, and that would be that the note was guaranteed against its value in silver, and they don't put that on a bill anymore. But the silver certificate notes are actually fairly collectible. $2 bill, U.S. $2 bill. Look at this, New England Commercial Bank, and U.S. $2 bills. A lot of very unique currency in here. Very, very cool. Well, between the sheets of uncut sports cards, the bins full of coins, silver dollars, and bills, I'm bound to make my money back and then some on this lot. Now, since I don't have a store anymore, and plus I don't think I would want to put this stuff at a store, and I deal with auctions, I'm gonna have to book myself another auction sale just to unload all this stuff. which is going to be what I have to do next. It's going to be a lot of work to get this sorted and organized, but I think this means we're going to do maybe a coin and collectibles, maybe some jewelry and stuff, another auction sale. So stay tuned for more. If you're a coin collector and you're interested, well, this stuff will be up for grabs, as most things you see on the video are. As for me, I've got to get my butt in gear and get this stuff inventoried, lotted, and over to the auction house ASAP. So thanks so much for watching today's episode, guys. I hope you're all doing very well. And as for me, I'm back to work. We'll see y'all soon, and bye for now.